Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you another match from the BSL Asian Championships from Season 15. You have in the top right, Nada. He is down 0-1 against Jedi in the bottom right here of Butter. This is match point here for Jedi. Nada must win, or, well, you actually just get different seeding going next round. The top 3 players from each group do advance. So... yeah, let's see if Nada can maybe pull the upset. But honestly, looking at this group so far, you know, Janhun and Jedi, I think, are 2 of the strongest players in China. And Nada's not bad, but he really, like, he doesn't seem to measure up to the power of Jedi. You know, Jedi is a player that definitely I've heard of. Very popular player, one of the most popular Zergs in China, and for good reason. Like, he played amazingly that last game, complete control the entire time. So we'll see if he's able to do that again here. A second 2-player map. Last map was Overwatch, and here, of course, Butter, a much newer map. We have seen a lot of interesting Protoss vs. Zerg games here, where there's a lot of zoning that goes on kind of in the middle. But yeah, I don't know how Nada is going to want to approach this, because it just felt like you got so outplayed in that last one that you might want... maybe you want to get more aggressive. Maybe you have like a cheesy build that you want to pull out here. But Jedi seemed to kind of tread the line very, very well, right? Like it seemed like he was always safe. He was doing a build that could really punish anything. Like, for instance, if you skip a Stargate there, you probably get punished. Although, to be honest, he killed so many Corsairs that going Stargate itself almost got punished. Anyways, we have the Forge expansion. We do not see a probe scouting. So let's see if he wants to instantly put down the Nexus, or if he's going to put down a cannon. This was a pool first here from Jedi. Not the quickest pool. In fact, he's not even making that many lings. Just 2. So this is actually going to work out really well for Nada. That's a pretty quick Nexus. Well planned. Excuse me. A couple lings hatch. Start to move forward. And let's see if Jedi throws down that 3rd. Yeah, it looks like he's already bringing the drone over. Take that 3rd base location, then he should be getting a gas right thereafter. That first cannon almost halfway done as a couple lings come up across the map. There's just no scouting going on from Nada. This might be what his choice was this game, was to just really build his economy as hard as possible. And honestly, you know, once you get to a certain level in StarCraft, you actually feel the difference between, you know, like 1 probe scouting early and then 1 probe not scouting. It actually, it does kind of streamline your build and make it quite a bit better. Now, this is annoying. 1 ling is inside. Obviously, you have to go over and kill it. But he can micro it quite a bit, and you're likely to lose quite a bit of mining time against it. Definitely worthwhile for Jedi. Oh, unless you just kind of sit it there. Okay, well... I mean, not the end of the world, but obviously Nada's going to be happy that that was as simple as it was to deal with. Right back here, we hit 100 gas. Do we see the layer? There it is. Layer goes up for Jedi immediately. 1 ling in the front to watch. Overlord diving into the main base. Check the timing on that cybernetic score, no doubt. But it gets thrown up over here at the side. I like that. I like that. If the Overlord's diving over here, give him less information. You won't have it down to quite the second. I guess once the Stargate starts, you'll know, but still. All right, Zergling speed once again here. And like I mentioned in that previous game, Zergling speed oftentimes points towards Muta. Single Zealot coming out. This is just a Zealot for scouting. You know, you force a few more lings, you go down, you kind of check out what's going on. He hasn't really scouted at all yet this game, so this is going to be his first kind of view of what's going on. Stargate is on the way. The layer is almost done, and he's just going to go directly to the 3rd base location. So I think that's a good choice anyways. You know, you have this nice little spot to hide, and you obviously get a little bit of scouting done, a little bit of lost mining time for Zerg. You know that their 3rd base is up. You can tell by the creep when it went down, so everything looking very normal here as he scouts. He just gets into that little nook. Very well done. And obviously the Zealot, it's not going to really do damage, but that's what it was meant for. Second Zealot sent out. I don't know that I like that one quite as much. Yeah, he turns around. The Zealot as well, just going to get picked off very easily. Let's see if Jedi grabs a Sank and Gas. He did opt for a Sank and Gas before those mutas last game. Now, he does not have to do it again, and in fact, you can go muta with one gas. It's just not many mutas. Well, honestly, he didn't make a lot of mutas till much later in the game. I thought we were going to see him attack with like 8 mutas, and he attacked with 6, right? So, yeah, we'll take and keep an eye on that, I guess. So that +1, about a third of the way done. Corsair going to be able to pick this off easily. Citadel goes up. No cannon here yet. Just something to note. Sinking gas is coming. There's that flyer carapace once again. Oh, okay. You got a little bit of a supply block there. So, looks like he popped the drone down into a creep colony just to create something else. It looks like it was a pair of Scourge specifically. So yeah, you definitely do need to get those Scourge out. So that was actually a little bit of a miscalculation there by Jedi, losing that Overlord that quickly, that he had to do a little supply cap trick to get out the couple Scourge to actually push this Corsair away. Now, the Scourge are going out, but this is actually kind of good, right? He's going to see where the Corsair, what angle it's at, and he's going to try to intercept. Let's see if he can do it. Oh, the juking and jiving. Okay, the Scourge actually going all the way back. The Scourge are trying to catch another Corsair as it pops out. Oops. Okay, they don't find it. This Corsair actually will make its way home. Scourge scouting the natural. There are 5 mutas on the way, by the way. So this is very similar to what we saw before. Jedi has pushed back the Corsairs with his Scourge. Didn't get kills this time. So that's a big, big, big difference. It's going to make it a lot easier for Nada to defend. Scourge sitting over the Stargate waiting for a Corsair to pop. Alright, first mutas are coming. Meanwhile, we have +1 armor as well as Psystorm on the way. So definitely getting ready, possibly for a Hydralisk build here. Now, he hasn't seen mutas yet. That is a lot of Scourge, my god. But he should see them shortly. There's not that many units out here. So if his Zealots like hit the third, the mutas have to go fight. There's a lot of larva waiting here for Jedi. The High Templars starting to come out now. This is so many mutas that he's made and so many Scourge. Like, this is a true Ogre Zerg gamer moment coming up, right? This is a little bit closer to what I thought he would do in the previous game, but this is 11 mutas, so that's a full group. Plus how many Scourge? It's 12, 16 Scourge here. So obviously enough Scourge to kill all of these Corsairs very, very easily. The Archon going to be very important. Psystorms as well. So he's going to dive on this cannon immediately. And here come the Scourge. Oh my god. Just huge connections there. Yeah, and he's going to kill every single one. The Archon comes up, but he can fly away from it. Archons are slow and clunky. A little bit sloppy there. Now, there is a counterattack coming out. Definitely the right move in a situation like this. Oh, my God. Jedi starting to pick off some High Templars here as well. Has to be careful about these ones. These ones can just storm him as he runs up. All right, here come the Zealots into the natural. Can he get some damage here? There are a few Lings. Hydras are being made. And the mutas actually turn around. I don't think he actually has to. With 15 Hydras being made. Okay, Jedi thinks twice of it and turns back around towards that Protoss main. I think it's a very good choice. If he had sent those home, he's losing a lot of potential damage. But goes after these cannons as they're being warped in. Going to kill more probes here as well. Archon and High Templar coming back. Dude, Jedi once again is dominating. Seriously. Just a couple moves in here, and, like, look at this. 41 drones to 32 probes. He's got 3 bases. He's on 6 hatch. He's got a lot of Hydras. Looking fantastic for Jedi right now. Another Zealot counterattack, but with 2 Sunks and this many Hydras, you're not doing anything. It's like he just traded 4 Zealots for a Sunken Colony. Not that good. All right, the Dragoons pushing back the Mutas. Okay, okay. What's the game plan here? So, honestly, it looks a lot like that first game between them. But here we actually have the switch into Hydras instead of just pure Muta staying on. Now, there's a fair amount of Dragoons being made. He does have some High Templars here as well. This is kind of a funny move, 6 Dragoons walking across the map. 6 Dragoons don't really beat anything from Zerg. You really need to hit like a critical mass, and Dragoons especially need supporting units, whether it's Zealots or High Templars. But as soon as you run out of Storm or Zealot bodies, Dragoons just kind of pop. Like, everything Zerg has does full damage to them. They don't do full damage really to anything just about. Maybe Lurkers, that's about it. So yeah, that can be very, very tough. Now an Archon joining in as well as the High Templar. Almost 2 Storms ready. Only 2 cannons here. Definitely can remove those. Plenty of High Templars, or plenty of Mutalisks for this. And now the Dragoons have to come back and fight them. So annoying. Jedi really dictating this game right now. A lot of Hydras being rallied out to the front. It's getting +2 attack already. Pretty good. I believe we have +2 armor. Yeah, +2 armor on the way here for Nada. So Nada's going to set up a 3rd. I think this is a very good choice. I like his overall composition. It's like he's a little bit low on units, obviously. But, like, Dragoon High Templar with a few Zealots in there is going to be probably his best chance to be efficient in these trades. But you can see, like, he's down 40... more than 40 supply, which is no good. Like, as soon as Zerg catches you in supply, you're behind in every matchup. Even ZVZ. You know, Zerg is just, all their units are more supply efficient, and they're expected to have less workers in you. So, this is like a very dominating position for Jedi once again. Honestly, Jedi could really get top 4 for China, I think. He's very much impressing me. Again, like, Nada, not the absolute best player. But, you know, the series against John Hoon was really good, and John Hoon did fantastic last season. All right, the Dragoons chasing these once again. Jedi just keeping active. Not a lot to be done here for Nada. That additional base is up. We're up to 8 hatches as well. Queen's Nest, as well as the 2nd Evolution Chamber. I think we're eventually just going to see an attack move, and that's going to be that. Now, to be fair, that's a lot of High Templars. 8 High Templars, so, I mean, let's call it 11, 12 Storms easy right now. That's enough to kill a lot of Zerg units. But he needs to get those Storms. Oh, you can't... Okay, so that's like 4 Storms, 5 Storms gone. Oof. Oof. You really got to stay on top of that. That's for sure. More and more probes going down. Jedi just putting on a masterclass here. All right, taking quite a bit of damage. The Muta's almost done now. These things are so weak. Photon cannons are going to start one-shotting them. This is why he's just kind of flying around everything and just being as annoying as possible, buying himself as much time as he can. Look at the mini-map. Look at the mini-map. Red dots absolutely everywhere. He's got static D at, like, almost every base. 1 million Hydras. Up 23 workers. It's time for attack move. That's what it's time for. It's time for Jedi to put poor Nada out of his misery. Muta's coming once again. He did make fresh Mutas here. And look at this, like, Nada doesn't even know what to do here. He's just kind of sitting there. I'm sure he's sitting at his computer desk just kind of shaking his head right now. Okay, are we bringing him back? A little bit late for that. Like, maybe just hoping that they'll leave? Not entirely sure. Okay, turns around once again. Hemming and hawing here a little bit. Deciding, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's have our battle. And, I mean, there's... Even with the best storms ever, the production is so high for Jedi. Honestly, even with the best storms ever, you would have to, like, hold position the Hydras, burrow them, put others on top of them, then load summon Overlords and hold position those on top of the Hydras that are on top of the burrowed ones, and then Nada could win. But as is, this is just a ludicrous amount of Zerg units. This can't be held. Everything's dead. Like, yeah, this army can come down here, kill this base, maybe even kill this base. But you're not going to win the base race. The Hydras can come back and help as well. Every High Templar gets picked off by the... That was like 7 High Templars, all gone now. And down going to go the natural. GG. And second place goes to Jedi.